side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually it starts with the physicality in the ground game.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Got his man out of the backfield. Makes a grab and room to run. Inside the touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Good pickup on the ground there, give him 5 to the 16-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to him on the ground. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Now here's Russell. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Fires to the right. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keelan Russell. Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a great stick by the defender. But how about this? Quarterbacks like a smooth pocket where they can step up, set their feet. That defense did not give him that. Hit him while he's throwing the football. Made it easy for the defender to run underneath it, create an interception.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play. Oh, he's got some space. All the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Not much room there. They'll give him one to the 9.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Russell. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And this has been a frustrating watch so far, guys. I mean, Jesse, you got to be loving the quarterback play here. I mean, just 0 for 6 to start the game. Like, no answers so far, not in rhythm, not accurate. Like, they've got to find something and find something fast because he's not settled in. He's a little bit rattled, and it's showing.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Fires on the move. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Still on his feet at the 45. Intercepted and room to run. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's brought down, but a really nice return gets it to the 41. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Shakes off the defender. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Finds his tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's got it on the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Hey, man, this offense is going to be so much fun to watch. How fast can they get at the clip, right? Because every single player that we're going to highlight, whether we do talk about the receivers right now, they're all new. The offensive line's all new. The quarterback's new. Everyone in this program is new, Palmer, and it's on Kiffin to make it work and make it work quickly.
Well, the one thing you know is with this Lane Kiffin offense, these receivers are going to get theirs. They're going to get catches, and you got a really good quarterback in Sam Levitt coming over from Arizona State to give you that opportunity. So while Thomas and Anderson from a year ago, those guys declare, there's a big opportunity. There's a lot of spots up for grabs here for these receivers to go down the field, make a ton of plays, stat it up, and score points for this offense.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The offense changing the play. Handoff, Caden Durham. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run, a pickup of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Got his man on the outside. It's a fumble. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Takes the easy one to the back. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The snap sets up the throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Complete. And that one did not work.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. To throw, it's Levitt. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Jenkins. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Matt, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line. And the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Leaves it with the back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Throwing Russell. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Now here's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Snagged out of the air. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to throw it again, and why not? And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got an open man. Into the secondary on the right. Touchdown LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. From the gun, running back on the move. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the number 12 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's Ole Miss with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that's now 5 straight victories. They've really been clicking on all cylinders at this point of the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. As they get ready to start this 3rd quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Back to pass. It's Levitt. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And they'll get him down after a solid return. So you come out of the locker room for the 2nd half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room and you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you've got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Keelan Russell steps away. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Reads it, fires complete. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Blevin. A little release to the back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Turning it on! Touchdown LSU! He got a step and just dusted the field. They've got the lead and tried to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And nobody's been able to hold that Tiger as LSU built its lead over Alabama.
And listen, both these teams knew coming into this one that the more physical team was going to get it done, David, and that's been the Tigers, right? On both sides of the ball. They have been dominating in this game.
And putting up points, too. When LSU gets their offense going, they are so hard to beat. Rivalry game, regular game, whatever it is, this offense is cooking.
Alabama offense coming onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Motion from the wide receiver. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After that false start, the whole approach changes now on 2nd and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. Russell. Quickly complete. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. The throw to the outside is complete. Putting together a real scoring thread here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Good timing on the quick out. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Tide trying to convert on 3rd down as we start the 4th. Throwing Russell. Now adjusting. Throwing on the run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result...
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
They'll start on the ground with Durham. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense, and in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic, and that's exactly what happened there.